Stop dying in Illuvium. Stop wasting your time at taking the hard way and start gathering resources and hunting alluvials faster. In this video, I'm going to share everything I've learned about movement in Illuvium. I'm going to bring you from a beginner to a master. So starting with the basic movement controls, in case you're new to the Illuvium ecosystem, it runs very similar to other third-person shooters out there. If you ever need to, you can press escape. You can go to the settings tab here, click controls, and you'll be able to find all the different hotkeys for what you are looking for. I do change one or two of these, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, otherwise it's WASD to move the character. You can hold shift to sprint. This can be a toggle also as an option. And then you have a hop by using the space. And then there's a cool jetpack. If you hop, then press shift, you can activate your jetpack and soar around. You'll see that it does take energy at the bottom there. And once you run out, you will just fall. Now, there is no fall damage in Illuvium as of now, so you can fall from any height and it will not impact you. There is one other cool movement mechanic, and that is the mag boots. So you can actually multi-jump in multiple different ways, and this is really the key mechanic to master in Illuvium. It also does take energy, though, as you can see that took that bottom bar. Both of these can be upgraded and will help you immensely as you progress through the game, but let's move on to the more advanced mechanics, because as you will find out, these regions are massive, and if you're just jetpacking and sprinting around, it will feel sometimes really big and it'll take you a while to cross the map. But once you figure out how to do this kind of movement, you will soar around the map, quickly getting to locations that you desire. Now let's compare the different movement methods, starting with horizontal movement. And we're going to start with the jetpack. Just boost out as far as you can go. You'll see that the energy is draining and that this is the general speed you'll be able to go. Remember, this is the basic jetpack. So it takes about 14 seconds before you're out of juice. You get about halfway down the stairs. We sprint back and you'll realize that sprinting is actually just as fast as the basic jetpack. So if you're going up a hill, it's just better just to sprint versus the jetpack. We then test the mag boots, and just using the mag boots, pressing W, so you're moving forward, and then jetpack to full every time you're coming back down, you'll realize, okay, you're not even making it halfway down the stairs. It took you 14 seconds to make that distance. So just using your mag boots is not an efficient way to horizontal travel. But there is a combination of these movement mechanics to make a truly efficient movement method. And that's what's shown right here. And basically what you're trying to do is use momentum all around to project you forward. And I'll break down each of these individually. There's also just timing is really important, but you'll see that you get all the way past the bottom of the stairs in roughly the same time frame. So this quickly becomes the best way to move around, is using your mag boots and bouncing side to side and really utilizing that movement mechanic that evolves as you upgrade your equipment, and if you're at a higher height, you can really start to get that speed cranked up. To begin, you will press and hold W, which you'll be holding the entire movement sequence, and then you're going to tap jump. And when I say tap jump, it means that you're just literally tapping the space bar and that's it, because you can actually do a charge jump, but the extra energy being used there is not helpful for horizontal movement. Right when you get to the peak of your jump, you'll then tap your jetpack, and once again, tap jetpack. This will instantly give you the full speed of your jetpack. Holding it doesn't give you any additional speed, but that initial impulse is key to getting your mag boots started, which do not have a speed cap. You will then start falling. Right before you hit the ground, you will hold the jump button. At first, feel free to just hold it until it launches you back in the air. However, there is a sweet spot, just like if you were on a trampoline, you'll want to jump right before the full charge is up, and then that will give you the maximum height and maximum forward momentum push. But you'll learn that over time, and after many attempts, it is not something that is easy and quick to learn. After the release, you'll start flying, and you'll continue always holding that W, but make sure that you're always facing the direction you're trying to go. And then right before you press the jump button again, you're also going to hold A or D, whichever direction is going to be better for you. And this will actually add any additional momentum from movement that's not entirely linear or straight towards the direction you're trying to go. Now, this is really difficult to master, and if you don't position your camera facing front again, you can launch yourself in the totally wrong direction or really slow down your speed. One trick that has helped me early on was to change the camera direction while right as you're charging the jump, and then whip it back in the direction that I want to go while holding A or D, and then it should give you all that extra speed in the direction you're trying to go regardless. But once again, it's not that intuitive. It took me several hours to master. I was just going to Brightland steps, climbing the top of one of the pillars, and then practicing there quite a bit. You can actually place a beacon. This is done by pressing F and then left clicking, and then you can test the movement mechanics a bunch and just try to aim it and go as far as you can and keep rinsing and repeat until you feel you have a good handle on it. Now, let's talk about gliding, which is another movement mechanic you'll be able to use in locations like Brightland Steps where there's a lot of height. This can be used to give you that additional boost for your mag boots. Like the jetpack, that it can give you an initial impulse that can really get your mag boots going. Or you can just glide around and have a nice casual flyby. It's really up to you. It can be really good at descending very quickly and then going into a slide for just a really cool feel. Honestly, it's a cool movement mechanic, even if it may not be the best. You can then just teleport back to where that beacon was. Now, to activate the glide, you press left control once you've jumped off a cliff and gained enough speed. So just like in the mag boots, I like to use the tap jetpack method to get that initial burst, so it'll actually activate that. So once again, the sequence would be tap jump, tap jetpack, and then left control. Then you'll be able to glide. I haven't really seen a significant increase in distance or range if you try to like dive down and then level off, or just keep it straight face up and really just try to glide across. It's pretty much the same distance. Either way, you'll run out of energy and then you'll fall, and either way, you'll probably pretty much land at the same location. But there is a method that does a combination of all of them that truly gets you across the map. This will use everything we have learned so far, starting with the tap jump, so just tap the spacebar, then the tap jetpack, and then you're going to go into the glide, and you're only going to hold it for a very short duration. Then you're going to activate the mag boots. Just keep hopping along like you did in the earlier tutorial, except now you're not going all the way to the ground. Generally, you just go a little bit below what your last jump was. That'll give you pretty much, I think, the maximum momentum gain, and then that way you're not losing elevation, so you can still keep a high elevation and maybe regain your energy and then be able to do it again. And in this case, we made it all the way to this platform, which our glide could never even get to any of these platforms. It would always just land on the ground below at the lowest level. And just to show that one more time in slow-mo, you're going to come here, teleport up to your beacon, you're going to tap jump with space, and you're going to tap jetpack with shift, and you're going to left control to glide just for a split second, and then you're going to press your space to jump. And you're going to hop along and just be able to look around your surroundings, look for any loot that's on the ground, any alluvials roaming the area, and you'll be able to just explore these beautiful regions. But to climb some of these towers, you also need to learn a little bit of the nuances of vertical ascent. And so you might be thinking, okay, I can just kind of, tap my spacebar a bunch and I'll be fine. But the timing is important. If you just tap, 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 you're not going to get very high. And then you might be thinking, okay, well, I must have to use momentum like before and skyrocket myself up. And you can see it's already got a pretty good jump there. But this isn't the most efficient way to get up. You'll notice that in this case, I'm able to get to that top ledge, which is great. We're good. But there is a faster way to do this. And so when we restart, jump down, and you can actually, if you hit the timing perfectly, it makes a platform. You get the maximum height here, uses a lot less energy, and you get a lot higher. Just to show that one more time in slow motion, you're going to jump, and then at the peak of your jump, that's when you're going to press jump again. You're going to hold it, and you should make that just horizontal platform. It doesn't sink. That means you had your timing right there. You're going to hold until you fully jump. You could release just a little bit earlier for that extra little boost to maximize your efficiency. Now, there are some regions where you can't get to those top platforms without doing that. And that's what really helps get you up, especially early on when you only have that basic jetpack. Or basic mag boots, I should say. And then, yeah, you're going to be good to go climbing any platforms you're really interested in doing. They did add this nice little mantle mechanic, so that'll also help you if you're ever struggling. Just try and look for a ledge, and if you can just reach that ledge, you should be able to climb pretty much anything out there. Just avoid the slippery surfaces. But eventually, you want it to be easy. You want to be able to fly across the map super fast. You want to be able to jump super high. Well, you need to upgrade your gear. And so after you've done a couple playthroughs in the stage 0 zone, you probably already have enough resources to upgrade at least one of them just by testing out the movement mechanics. So you'll go to Sanctum Mesa, teleport to the center, and hop to the forge. And so here, there's going to be several resources you need to collect, starting with the 2 ores you're going to need, so rhodium and osmium. These are the 2 ores that will make your basic jetpacks, and so you'll forge those, and that will craft one of the basic jetpack. You already have one of those, so you actually deconstruct these, and it'll give you a common, common equipment component, and then you'll be able to get those. You need 2 of those for the advanced jetpack. Now, one trick you can do is actually unequip your basic jetpack, and then you can break it down. But make sure that you have enough resources to pay for the additional basic jetpack and the advanced jetpack, or else you could be there with no jetpacks at all and just 2 item components. But once you have all that, you will be able to craft that. The Supreme jetpack, you need 8, and that makes a significant difference once you're able to get that. But even with just the advanced jetpack, which you can make pretty quick, the Supreme does take a minute, but this is what it looks like. You're going to already feel like you can fly a lot faster. We're doing the same kind of testing, but now we have that. You can already see we're maintaining the height elevation a lot better. Your speed is significantly faster, and you really are just coasting. And once you have this, the mag boots, and I would go mag boots first and then do your jetpack, but once you have both of those done, like we're already almost clear across the map, all the way on the top of the second tower. It's pretty big. If you get the Supreme jetpack and mag boots, you'll easily be able to cross over. I just haven't rebuilt since the last beta, but I really want to talk about some hotkeys that really make this game better. It only works if you have a nice gaming mouse or a mouse with a couple buttons on the side. That is key. I've got the G502 Logitech. This mouse has been a lifesaver. I've loved it. This is actually my second one. I broke my first one in a really, really angry match of League of Legends. But anyways, what I would suggest changing is the jump from space. I don't know if it's because I'm already starting to develop carpal tunnel. I'm not even 30 yet. Or if it's just kind of annoying to tap with a thumb. It becomes a lot better to actually put it on one of your thumb buttons on your mouse. I find it really nice to be able to press it to hold the jump, flick, and then release at the same time. It makes it almost instantly. Maybe my right side of the brain and left side of the brain aren't connected. My hand, I don't know. Either way, that's one of the key hotkeys that I find really make the whole experience a lot smoother. It might not feel intuitive at first, but that really does make the just exploring and jumping around a lot easier. The second one is left control for the glide. I don't know, my pinky, I don't like putting my pinky all the way down, so I also put that on my other side button. Makes it a lot easier. That is the end of this tutorial. I hope you are able to take something away from this and you're able to enjoy playing Illuvium more. Really, once you're able to start getting these movement mechanics up, especially once you get the Supreme equipment, you literally just glide and soar around the map so fast. It makes collecting alluvials and resources that much more fun and really just enjoyable to see all the beautiful scenery Illuvium has. But that's all I have. If you guys like this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Caveman logging off.